Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather for 10 to 14 days for today's second video. Day 10 will take us to the 19th of September, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles. Very much in a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at CFSV2 at the end of the video next 4 weeks. Gets us into early October. I should get on that for you in a moment. Just say that first, the video today is our 6 AM UK weather forecast. Please like, share, and subscribe on all today's videos and content. Thanks so everyone for doing that. We released a second winter 2024-25 update on Sunday yesterday. Another epic. It's gone over 2,000 video views in less than 24 hours. So thank you so much everybody for embracing the winter updates as well. So if you haven't seen the second winter update yet, then check it out. It's on the channel and it's available to watch on demand. It's a 50-minute epic, but there are various breaks along the way, so no, I don't expect people to watch the whole thing in one go, so you can get to a break point, go off, and then come back, a day or so later and watch the rest of it. And that is how the winter updates are intended to be viewed, really. But thank you so much to each and every one of you for embracing the winter updates. We're back doing winter updates for another season. Wow. Okay, let's start this video though. Going to begin in the subtropical Atlantic. 3 interest areas, a yellow X, an orange X, and a red X over here. Let's deal with the yellow X first of all. That is disturbance 2. Got a 0% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days, but a 60% chance in the next 7 days. That's a slow burner, but might be a tropical storm and or hurricane. We've got disturbance 1 with a 60% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days and the next 7 days. That could well be a tropical depression as well. And then we've got potential tropical cyclone at 6 just here. Currently giving maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour with a minimum central pressure of 1,003 millibars. And 6 is moving north-northwest, at 5 miles per hour. Clicking on 6 and going there, we can see this is actually predicted to become a tropical storm, then a hurricane through the Gulf of Mexico. So current position just here, imminently, this should be a tropical storm that will be named, and then by middle of the week reaching hurricane status, moving into the Louisiana coast there as a hurricane, and then pushing northwards into the southern part of America, where it will, of course, go post-tropical. That could well be our next tropical storm and hurricane. And it's all going to be kicking off in the next couple of days in the Gulf of Mexico. So we'll keep you updated, of course we will. Right, going back to home, section temperature is now at 17 degrees. That's 3.5 degrees above 61 to 99 averages per visual to yesterday, to the 8th of September. That should be on its way down from now onwards, and I think we're going to get some pretty big drops coming up over the next few days. So I reckon by sort of the weekend, that's likely to be down into the low 16s or the upper 15s. Probably going to come down quite sharply, I think, over the next few days, because we are going to have much cooler days and also significantly colder nights. And this is the reason why these are GFS upper air temperature precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're looking at Norwich today. So the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Norwich. We're starting off around average at the moment, but we're on a downwards trend with the upper air temperatures, and we're actually going to be going below par as we go through course of this week, going below average, actually becoming quite cold, particularly so at night through the middle and also the second half of this week. Beyond that, though, we find the upper air temperature starting to stage a recovery into the second half of September. Upper air temperatures beginning to lift up, albeit with quite a lot of scatter, though. So we've got cooler, colder on some members down here, warmer on some members up here. So a little bit uncertain through the third week of September. I think we are on a bit of an upwards trend there after the cold snap through the middle and second half of this week. Precipitation-wise, there will be some showery bursts to come, but overall, that's a relatively dry ensemble graph, you know, for the next couple of weeks, really. Temperature anomalies from the night 17th of September, below average. That's a change on what we've had over the past few weeks. So, cooler than average for the UK and Ireland, most parts of Western Europe coming out colder than average as well. And precipitation anomalies from the night 17th of September, about average. Some areas a little bit drier than normal, especially Ireland, and eastern Scotland, and some areas closer to average. And my latest wind from that from earthnullschool.net shows that we've got rid of the humid air and the thundery trough of low pressure. That's all moving away into the continent as we're introducing a fresher and cooler westerly Atlantic driven flow. It's already cooling down, but things are going to get colder from here. And so that takes us very nicely through to the chart data. Let's have our latest UK Met Eurobird. It's looking big night on Thursday. Low pressure towards Norway, high pressure out in the Atlantic, bringing down this northwesterly to northerly wind, looking quite cold through the middle part of the week. High pressure then reaches in from the Atlantic at the end of the week, cuts off back northerly, so I see temperatures recovering a little bit, but under this risk is likely to be quite cold, especially so at night. This next area of low pressure starts moving in through the weekend. So that brings wet weather into the north, but the south should have quite a lot of dry weather. By the beginning of next week, high pressure begin to re-establish from off the Atlantic again. We're putting down that northwesterly to northerly wind through the middle part of the week, quite cold, and then high pressure reaching in from the Atlantic, being a lot of dry weather. Again, quite cold at night though, showing rain in the north and west, mostly dry for England and Wales. Beyond that, into the early part of next week, I should say, sorry, the high pressure begins to slip southwards. We pull in like a warmer southwesterly flow, but still not showering, especially for the north. KMA, again, is bringing down that northerly for Wednesday and Thursday. Then low pressure in from the Atlantic over the weekend. Should be milder over the weekend, but will bring some rain up into the north as well. And then on into next week, high pressure re-establishing once again over and to the east of the country. So becoming drier. And, not overly warm. We're bringing an easterly wind there. So, second half of September, easters aren't going to be all that hot, but probably pleasant anyway. Notice we have got the remains of an Atlantic tropical storm and or hurricane moving into the North Atlantic there, that deep area of the low pressure heading into the Atlantic, coming up against this high pressure. Be interested to see whether it will be able to break down the anticyclone or whether it would reinforce it. So the GFS midnight run looks again. Got that northerly blast on Thursday, proper blast of autumn. And then into Friday, Saturday, high pressure reaching in from the Atlantic, bringing drier weather, mostly fine in the south, quite cold night, showering rain out to the north and the west. Early next week, another trough pushing through, bring rather showery conditions with it, and then high pressure building back to the north and west again, bring the driest, warmest weather to the north and the northwest. Further south, we've got a northeasterly wind that would be rather cool and showering. By the end of next week, we'll just be on day 10 now. Check this out. Again, remains of tropical storm or a hurricane moving into the North Atlantic. It looks like a hurricane, I have to say. And the upshot of that is to start pushing the Azores high towards us. So as we go into extended range with the GFS midnight run, actually tries to turn warmer and dry. That's the setup by the 25th of September as far as we go. This is how the GFS 6Z looks in comparison. Northwesterly winds again, around Thursday, quite cool, maybe cold even, showering. And then high pressure reaching in at the end of the week, bringing a lot of dry weather with it, but some cold nights could be expected. Over the weekend, the south should have a lot of dry weather. The north will be rather showery. Into next week, high pressure against the south, low pressure to the north. That brings the driest weather to the south, which is weather is up to the north. We've got remains of two features just there. So that one and also that one in the North Atlantic. Around day 10. Beyond that, high pressure keeps sticking around the country, so a lot of dry weather on the GFS6M, and often quite warm in the south, but a little bit more showery up in the north. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and so everyone for dear Matt. Drop a comment and say what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. Get them to subscribe too. We thank you so much, dear Matt. We have gone past 18.7K now. We have gone past 80,700 subscribers. We need to put on, I think it's about 85 subscribers to get to 18.8K. So if you could give us a sub, tell your friends, a family put your TV in, Gav. Come on. Tell your friends and family to subscribe. That would be absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. Right, GM with winds in from the northwest to the north on Thursday, rather cold into the weekend. High pressure reaches in from the Atlantic. Could be some cold nights in with it, showery up in the north. Next week we've got high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north. High pressure just builds up from the south, so very anti-cyclonic there as you go through the third week of September, back to mostly dry and pretty warm weather as well with that actually. Check out the upper air temperatures, they're looking unusually warm, so we may not be finished with the warm during this month actually, despite this northerly blast coming up through the middle part of this week. And then the ECM rounding it all off, winds in from the north on Thursday, cold and windy. Friday, Saturday, high pressure reaches in from the Atlantic, brings lots of dry weather, but could have some cold nights with that. Into next week, again, a little bit on the showery side to begin, before high pressure generally takes over around days 8, 9, 10. We finish up with high pressure back to our north again and pulling in most east-northeasterly winds. So the driest, warmest weather with that is in the north, and the south would be a little bit more cooler and possibly somewhat showery. And this is a precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from meteo.com. Wet in the north, mainly dry in the south over the next couple of days. That wet weather does get into the south midweek. That's a cold front, of course, introducing this colder snap. Then we have showery conditions through the last stages of the week, where high pressure re-establishes for the end of the week and into the weekend. And then next week, shower rain gradually working its way downwards and eastwards through the early part of the week, followed by sunshine and showery conditions. And by day 10, we've got showers in the south, mostly dry in the north as wind goes back into the east and the northeast again. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10 from the Icelandic Met Office. Gets us to the 19th of September. 21 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure right over top of the country, mostly dry and fine with that. We've got 17 with high pressure southwest and also to the northeast, so sort of a ridge building through Western Europe. And then we've got 13 with high pressure somewhere between Scotland and Scandinavia. Around that we bring the wind in from an easterly direction. No, it tells us that actually the ECM operational run wasn't that well supported. So that does include the Control the operational run. It tells us that actually at day 10, the operational run wasn't that well supported by its ensemble, given only 13 are going in that direction. However, all options are rather anti-cyclonic, and the difference is in the exact position of the anticyclone, really. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. It gets us to the 24th of September. 11 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure between Iceland and Scotland. Mostly dry, but winds will be coming in from the east. So it could be a little bit on the cool side. We've got 10 with high pressure further north and to the far southwest with low pressure out in the Atlantic. That's probably turning a bit more unsettled, a little bit more showery. Another 10 with high pressure sitting to the north, mostly dry, fine conditions with that. We've got 9, whoops, moving the highlights, hang on, got 9 with the high pressure in the North Atlantic, probably a little bit northwesterly with that. We've got 8 with lower pressure coming in from the Atlantic. It could be a little bit showery. And they've got 3, finally, with low pressure just to the south and southwest. So that could be somewhat unsettled. Range of options. So CFSV2 finally, these are 500 millibar high times bring down to week periods. The first week period will take us from the 9th to 15th of September. The next week is low pressure to the east, high pressure to the west, and so that's where our cold snap is coming from, with winds in from the northwest. Week 2 will be the 16th to 22nd of September. High pressure ridging from the southwest through the west of Europe, mostly dry and warmer with that. Week 3 will be 23rd, 29th of September, low pressure just to the west of Scotland, high pressure down to Spain, and winds coming from a flat westerly direction. That's more unsettled. And then week 4 is the 30th of September to the 6th of October, with low pressure around Greenland, Iceland, high pressure down towards Spain. That's a bank date with winds coming in from the west. That could be rather unsettled, especially so up in the north. But it's 4 weeks away, so not really worth worrying about, I don't think. Okay, we're done. If you've enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much, everyone, for doing that. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. Get them to subscribe too. Thanks so much, everyone, for doing that. Right, tomorrow we've got 6 AM forecast, and we've got a 10 to 14 day, the extended European outlook, the EC30 day for the UK and rest of Europe too, is shifting to Wednesday from this week onwards. So that will be released on Wednesday morning. So tomorrow it's 6 AM forecast and a 10 to 14 day. Right, you enjoy the rest of your Monday. Don't forget to check out the second winter update if you haven't yet seen it. It's a true epic. So go off and have a look at that. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. And for this one, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.